Alright, welcome everyone to the very first episode of the Financial Corgi. This is Charlie, and on this channel we want to explore YouTube, the creator economy, and personal finance. And well, I will be doing the scripting, the delivery, and the editing, while Charlie is responsible for the B-roll, graphics, and being the on-screen talent. Now, I think it is always good when YouTubers and creators show transparency in how much money they make, as it can help other creators identify missed opportunities that can be made to improve their own monetization strategies. I know I made a lot of mistakes myself in my first years as a YouTuber with my video essay channel Storytellers, where I missed out on a lot of money, definitely within the tens of thousands of dollars. And I think more than ever before, especially because of the arrival of shorts on YouTube, there are vast differences in how much income the same amount of views can generate, depending on a variety of factors. So in this video, I want to explore, together with Charlie, what YouTube paid me for 3.9 million views on my essay about All Quiet on the Western Front, and more importantly, why YouTube paid me that amount of money, why this video made more than other videos for the same amount of views, and also why this video made less than other videos with the same amount of views.
But why?
Now, it will have three parts. In the first part, we'll explore the different factors that determine how much YouTube pays per 1,000 views. And of course, it is only regarding YouTube's own ad revenue system. I'm not talking about sponsors or other monetization options. Secondly, I'll be going into the income numbers on my All Quiet on the Western Front video. And finally, I want to talk about what monetization challenges that I am facing and what I can do better in the future, both with this new channel and with Storytellers. And hopefully this will be valuable if you are a new creator as well. Now, before we go into the factors that determine how much YouTube pays per 1,000 views, it is important to know the difference between CPM and RPM. And you probably already know this, but CPM is how much advertisers pay per 1,000 views, while the RPM is how much the creator is paid per 1,000 views. And YouTube takes 45% of what advertisers pay, so as a creator it is always better to keep your eyes on the RPM, because that metric determines what is actually paid out to you. Now, when it comes to the factors that determine the RPM, the most important ones are geolocation of the audience, video length and format, the time of year, copyright and advertiser friendliness, and of course what niche your video is in. Now, with regards to geolocation, if your audience is predominantly from countries like the USA, Europe, Canada, and other Western countries, or from rich countries like Japan and South Korea, the RPM will be significantly higher than when the majority of your audience is from countries with lower GDPs, simply because in those countries there is less ad revenue going around and companies spend less to reach specific audiences on YouTube. A second factor that is extremely important is the format and the length of your video. Now, we all know that mid-roll ads, which YouTube allows you to place if a video is longer than 8 minutes, are super annoying, but after 4 years on YouTube having them turned off, when I finally turned them on, it instantly tripled my RPM without affecting my views. So on 1 million views, it can be the difference between $1,000 or $2,000 or $3,000 to $6,000 in ad revenue. But probably the most important factor that determines the RPM of a video is the topic and niche of the video. And generally, videos on video games, movies, and history have much lower RPMs than videos on personal finance, investing, or the creator economy. It is one of the reasons that I started this channel next to my video essay channel Storytellers, because on that channel I often make videos about war movies, psychological thrillers, and other topics that are less advertiser friendly than a corgi. Not that it necessarily has to be personal finance, investing, or the creator economy. There are also niches like makeup, technology, gadgets, and cars, and even cooking that have higher RPMs. Now, finally, the time of year is also important. During January and February, advertisers on YouTube spend a lot less than in the fourth quarter of the year, so RPMs tend to drop right after New Year's. And Finally, also macroeconomic trends. You know, companies spend more on advertising in a booming economy than during a recession. So let's get into how much YouTube paid me for my All Quiet on the Western Front video. It is right now at 3.9 million views, 350,000 watch hours, it gained 15,100 subscribers and generated almost 9,500 USD, which gives us an RPM of $2.40. Now, I would say that this is not great, but not terrible. It is good that the video is longer than 8 minutes, and I published it last year in November and it blew up in December, which is the time of year when the RPMs are the highest, so that is a nice advantage. However, I've also had videos with much higher RPMs. For example, my 40-minute video essay on Avatar: The Last Airbender has an average RPM of $7.22, and the primary reason for this is the length and the average view duration of more than 16 minutes. Of course, it only got 300,000 views instead of almost 4 million views, and that resulted in $2,300 in ad revenue. But my video on the White Lotus, for example, also had a higher RPM of $5.73 due to the topic being wealth and happiness. It was also 17 minutes long instead of 12 minutes long. It is important to me, however, to be transparent in both my successes and the things that I need to improve on YouTube. So let's talk about some of the challenges that I'm facing. A much better income source from YouTube in comparison to ad revenue is sponsors. However, one of the weak points of the Storytellers channel right now is the difference in the amount of views that videos generate. Sponsors often ask for a minimum amount of views guaranteed, ideally above 50 or 100,000 views for a good deal, or at least that is the case in the video essay niche. Now, currently, some of my videos get hundreds of thousands or even millions of views, but then the next video only reaches 20,000 views. This makes it more complicated when sponsors ask what my rate is, as it is hard to predict how a video will perform. If I put the rate too low, I might undersell a video that will reach millions of views, but if I set it too high and the video underperforms, I have a disappointed sponsor. The video essay / film analysis niche is also getting more and more popular. I mean, when me and my best friend started Storytellers in 2016, the only other video essayists out there were the Nerdwriter and the man, the myth, the legend, Every Frame a Painting. But right now there are countless great video essay channels out there, which is awesome because I love the niche and there's a lot of talent out there. But it also means that the same audience is now divided over way more channels, and it is a bigger challenge to stand out. So if you are thinking about starting a YouTube channel, or if you already have started one, my advice is twofold. Always build and start your channel in a niche that you are truly excited and passionate about. Otherwise, you will be miserable making videos and you will quit before you ever reach a significant amount of views or subscribers. But also be aware that with regards to monetization, every niche works differently and brings different challenges with it. You have to be aware of this so you can adapt your strategy accordingly. And this is not only true for small YouTubers, it is also true for some of the biggest YouTubers on the platform. For example, the Armchair Historian, which is one of the biggest history channels on the platform, was struggling more and more with their historical topics not being advertiser friendly according to YouTube. And so they decided to build their own platform with exclusive content away from the YouTube platform. In any case, thank you all so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about YouTube, comment below. And if you want to support the Financial Corgi, you can do so on Patreon. I am really excited about the perks that I've built there for supporters. You will get a Financial Corgi sticker sent home. You will get access to the Happy Corgi personal finance tracker that I've built, which is based on the finance tracker that I've been using personally and built for myself a couple years ago. And it will also have short weekly Patreon exclusive newsletters. Again, thank you all so much for watching. Next video will be about the book Happy Money by the Japanese author Ken Honda, so subscribe if you don't want to miss out, and we'll see you in the next one.